Hey everybody, welcome to TikTok, the podcast where we read and discuss books recommended by TikTok. I'm Karina.
I'm Killian.
And I'm Emily.
And this week we read Cosmic Crush, an alien burlesque romance, Galactic Gem Series Book 2 by Clio Evans. Mari is a famous burlesque performer in the Galactic Gems, known as Little Miss Mercury. And one night, during one of her shows, she is kidnapped on stage by an outlaw named Raider. He says that he's kidnapping her so that he can clear his name, that his evil brother, the ambassador of whatever planet they're on, has blamed him for a crime and made him take the fall. They hide away, and oops, they discover their mates. Then they fucking fuck.
They sure do.
That's
Infinite
it.
Fucking.
Yeah.
My favorite trope, which I wouldn't say is a trope, but I've seen it so many times that it has to be a fucking trope, is kidnapping your fated mate into a cave.
Yeah. That specifically has happened a lot.
It's happened a lot.
Yep. Every single Ice Planet Barbarians.
Yep.
I liked the fast burn. Like, they did not waste any time.
They did not. I enjoyed the adversaries to lovers. Not quite enemies.
I always like adversaries to lovers. Warning?
So, if Cosmic Crush sounds like something you'd like to read, be aware that we do not shy away from spoilers. If you've read the book, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at dicktalkthepodcast@gmail.com or find us on Instagram or TikTok at dicktalkpod, DIKTOKPOD.
I feel like we should start with the trigger warnings.
Yes.
Because they were so good.
Yes, I also have it pulled up.
Here you will find the following: boot worship, ball sucking, tail play, spanking, rope play, DVP and DP, fated mates, insta-lust, choking, orgasm-inducing venom, rimming, forced orgasms, overstimulation, copious amounts of lube and cum, light CNC, heats, and more.
Light CNC.
Love it.
And the dedication is to anyone who wants a fancy hat and a cowboy alien to put on their boots. Well, where to even begin?
It's always good to start with the creative anatomy.
That's
in
true.
Sure.
Alien world.
And it was creative in this one.
It was.
Yeah.
I was excited.
Refreshingly creative.
See, I have it pulled up somewhere.
Yes, I do too. Somewhat. Well, not the penis part so much, but a large alien stood 10 feet from me. They had 4 enormous arms, their skin appearing like gray stone, hard and defined. Their back was like a large barrel, strapped with 2 leather bandoliers. They wore a cowboy hat, boots, and chaps. I could see their perfect chiseled ass cheeks and the long, ridged tangle that curled around them, ending in a stinger.
Okay, I got the dicks part.
Yeah.
My 2 cocks sprang free, pre-cum already dripping from the tips. I grunted as I slid my hands around the rigid shafts. Feeling their length, I used another hand to touch the small rod above it, the end of it a suction that would fit perfectly around her clit. My hips thrust up involuntarily, blood rushing in my ears.
The clit section is good.
Yes.
Okay, this quote reminds me, because it's in so many of the mentions of the anatomy, but he's got 4 arms and 6 eyes and 3 hearts and 2 cocks, and it seems like every time they're mentioned, they're always quantified. My 6 eyes blinked. My 3 hearts thrummed. Like
My 2 cocks sprang free.
Yes.
The 3 hearts, I was like, we get it.
Yes.
Like, we know.
You're full of love.
I did like the part where he winked 3 eyes, though. I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
I rolled one eye.
I
But
wish
the
I'd
other one
seen that.
appreciated.
The other one was straight ahead.
Yeah, so I felt like this book is like your annoying niece or nephew who like is clearly a brat, but like you really like them. Like they're your favorite.
Yes.
That's spot on.
Yeah.
Man, this book got nasty. Like,
Oh,
in a
yeah.
good way.
Yeah.
But, like, the first time I read it, I was sick at my parents' house. And so every time, like, once again,
Yeah.
Just stay under these covers.
yep. And, like, every time I finished a chapter that had a sex scene, I was just like, okie doke, and, like, put it away for a little bit.
Which is every chapter. If not
Pretty
multiple
much.
times.
Yeah,
in a
so, like,
chapter.
it's less than 200 pages, but it took me a long time to read, not because I didn't enjoy it, but, like, I don't know, man. Some of those scenes, I was like, oh my god, okay.
There's a lot of creative banging going on.
Yeah. So, like, so top to bottom, it's like the clit sucker and then dick and then dick. Is that how it...
Yeah.
Okay.
And balls weren't mentioned until they were, right? Because there's a point at which she
Right.
sucks his balls.
Right.
Which I'm like,
It was in the
Or-
trigger warnings.
testicles or just
Right.
two at the bottom?
This is
Yeah.
the one time when I missed the quantification.
Yeah.
I know.
My
yeah.
17 balls.
No!
8 legs, 7 vaginas. Yeah, like, I think I thought that there was just the one pair at the very bottom. Because, like...
Well, then what's he shooting blanks on the top?
Well, maybe, like, each one goes to one ball.
Or maybe you need 4 balls.
Maybe.
2 dicks, 4 balls.
I mean, that would make sense.
Is
But
there
that's a very human-centric way of...
Yeah.
quantifying it.
is there irritation on the bottom dick if there's 2 balls hanging above it?
Hmm.
Oh, I was thinking 4 balls hanging all the way at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Balls on balls.
Uh-huh.
Much to think about.
Otherwise,
much
if
to
you've
think
got
about, yeah.
dick, balls, then those balls might get squished when you push them both together to
True.
do
To,
DP.
yeah, so that's what I'm thinking, is, like, it's just the 2 dicks are, like, directly next door neighbors.
Yeah.
How
And
are
so that's how you can
like,
get to the hilt when you're in both holes.
next door, not one on top of the other.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I
next
guess
to
like
each
an apartment, like a duplex.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one next. Okay.
I mean, how else would it be? Otherwise, it would just be one massive double trunked.
No, I thought like
Tree
one
dick.
on top of the other.
Yeah.
Well, Killian's thinking. one
Oh,
next
no,
to
no,
the
no,
other.
sorry,
next
yeah.
to.
No, yeah, no,
Oh,
no,
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 I was thinking
not
one
next
top.
door neighbors, just
Okay.
like, yeah, like apartment,
Okay.
yeah.
Upstairs
Apartment
neighbors.
living. Yes, yes.
With no ball ceiling between.
Right.
All 4 balls on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what we've decided. Who's drawing it?
That's a good question.
Uh-huh.
We should, yeah.
I've thought about like, is this the first one I want to draw?
Yeah, I know, like, it's a good one.
Killian, will you cross stitch it?
Oh my god.
It'll take
Maybe.
her a year and a half, but
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought this book was so cheesy.
Yeah.
Like the don't let me down, and I was
Oh
like,
my god!
fancy.
I put the same thing, and y'all, okay, we tried to make a playlist.
I think we succeeded. There is 3 tracks on that playlist.
Oh, there are now? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't check recently, but, okay, so we tried to make a playlist for this book that would be, like, some combination of cowboy, alien, and burlesque, and I'm in a Facebook group called Oddly Specific Playlists, where people often request things, like songs for a playlist that they're making. So I posted in there, and usually they're great.
Ah.
This time, they did let me down. So, for a while, the only song on there was Fancy by Reba McEntire. What are the other 2 songs on there now?
It's a good fit.
There's the one you added a Dolly song, right?
Did I?
Or I added a Dolly song. No, yeah, you added Alien by Katy Perry.
Yeah, oh, E.T., yeah.
Yeah, E.T. And I added a Dolly Parton song.
Oh, hell
Those
yeah.
are good.
And I don't remember which. Oh no, it was
Some from
Don't Take My Man.
Jolene.
Jolene. Because of...
There is a Jolene? Oh.
A Joylene.
Yeah.
Well,
Joy...
no, I think it's still Jolene because it was Jolyene, and I read it.
Jolene. That's how I said it. Jolene.
Gotcha.
It's Joly, and I was like...
Yeah, and
You got to have the jollies.
yeah, and who is Jolene? Jolene again?
She was the one who was dating both Ryder and Raider.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
right. Okay, let's put a pin in Jolene because
Yeah.
Ryder and Raider.
The more important.
Right. Sorry,
It
Queen.
took me through... This is my dyslexia, but it took me through 3/4 of the book before I realized that they had different names.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought they were both Raider, and I was like, are they clones? Like, I was building up an entire
Right.
fucking world around this. Like, why do they have the same names? And it
Right,
none of
well,
that
Terrible
was, I'm just an
parenting
idiot.
decision.
Well, okay, so it's on page 4. So there's like the news story about Raider, who is the outlaw. He's the love interest, breaking out of prison. And it says, Wyatt Raider, brother to Ambassador Wyatt Ryder. And I was like, great, that's not going to be confusing.
So what? And I just wonder, like, is Wyatt the last name? And
I think, yeah, I think Wyatt is the family name.
Mm.
But-
Raider and Ryder.
Oh my god, I hardly know her.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather be raided or ridden? That's the question.
Ridden.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, then you've picked the wrong
I
rider.
know, I know.
Well, don't,
Tough times.
don't
Mm-hmm.
raid my loot, Jolene. I'm begging of you. Please don't raid my loot. Oh yeah, so Jolene is the woman that Ryder and Raider were both seeing. Raider did not know that his brother was seeing her as well, but his evil brother knew, vice versa.
And then
They got in a fight, and then Ryder got furious and killed her.
Although, did they actually get in a fight? Because Raider the whole time was like, I don't even know why he's so angry at me.
I don't know.
And then at the
Just like-
end, he's like, I wanted farmland. It was
right?
like,
Your
but you're
dad
an-
liked you more.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
an ambassador.
right.
You went off to do amazing things and
Yeah.
left me with the family farm, and now you're mad I had it?
You can build things and I can't.
Yeah, like really, what it
Bro,
boiled
watch
down
some
to,
YouTube.
yes, again, is men's daddy issues.
Yeah.
Mm.
Slorping.
Can we talk about, what did he always say? Dagnammit or whatever?
Daggone it.
Daggone it. I was like, when he said it
Yeah.
in a sex scene, I was like, ugh.
Takes you right out of
It
it.
really does, because, like,
Daggone it. It's
Dag-
DHAGONIT. So it looks
dadgummit.
interesting, and then you say it out loud, and it's, God damn it.
Yeah, daggone it.
Daggone it. And the Darren, that's just darling,
Oh.
with minus the L.
You're right. But I think
I-
there's still a glossary in the back.
Is there?
I think so.
There's a
Because
big
I remember,
glossary.
yeah, I remember finishing it
I
and then
thought,
being
like,
like,
in
God
terms of
damn
her
it,
world
daggone
building,
it.
and granted, she walks a really interesting line of like things that are super cliche and annoy me versus like, holy shit, I have not seen that before. Right? Like talking about the anatomy and stuff like that, and you're like,
Yeah, it's good.
yeah. And so like I felt that way through the whole, like I'm like annoyed and I'm like, this is great, and then I'm like, ah, god damn it.
I know.
What a play.
Yeah.
Fucking flex.
I know. Not something I'm usually into, but the bootlicking scene I was kind of into.
Okay.
Okay, the
There is
licking
not-
and then the writing.
A single scene in here that I would be into, right? Like I'm not into male doms or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's like,
that
I want to do none of this, but I'm enjoying the hell out of reading all of it.
that's just pure talent. Like
Mhm.
it's just good.
Yeah.
So in the first appearance of Raider.
Mm-hmm.
With his assless chat.
Right, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Way to upstage.
And so thank God for the illustration for many, many reasons. Also because also the mandibles. Couldn't picture them. But what do you guys think of when you hear assless chaps?
A cowboy
Mm-hmm.
who ain't got no pants
Cowboy
on.
strip club.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I think of actual chaps, which go over jeans generally.
Yeah.
Right.
And are just on like the sides of your legs.
Right, and
go
don't cover
down,
the dick.
And they're like, I thought his dick was swinging out. I thought he's on stage trying to kidnap this burlesque dancer, and his dicks are just like whoop, whoop, whoop.
All two of them.
All two of them, and however many balls. Like I was just like every time it said assless chaps, I was just like highlighting it and being like,
And
what? Until the picture, and I was like, his dick is covered. He's wearing some sort of
like a thong? Okay. Yeah.
Man. I guess it makes sense if you're riding this big motorcycle with the vibrations. You probably need some protection.
Which again,
Yeah, that doesn't seem comfortable or safe.
yeah.
with assless chaps, your
No.
butt's just bouncing
Right.
as you ride around
And
town.
all of your balls.
It's how he keeps it thick.
Yeah.
The clap of his ass cheeks on his sky bike or whatever it is.
Solar bike.
Solar bike. It took me a hot minute to realize that was a motorcycle. I thought he was just like pedaling.
And the wheels are the sun. It's just got his giant panel that keeps you dry and shaded.
It's a level of absurdity that's not out of the question, right? Like,
Agreed.
So speaking of his lingo and being a cowboy, at one point it occurs to her that he has a very southern sounding accent, and yet he never says y'all.
Never does.
it's a Texan accent. They do say y'all in
They do.
Texas, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, okay. I was talking about this last night with someone.
Mm-hmm.
The minute in specifically a television, someone uses y'all incorrectly, straight out.
Mm.
So, if Clio Evans was at all concerned, I'd rather she not use it.
That's fair.
Yep.
I just searched to see if it ever says y'all in here, and it came up with 2 instances, but it was both when I wrote it. So the notes.
Well, guilty.
Yeah.
Maybe, I wonder, did they say y'all in Arizona? Or maybe there's just
I don't
not
give
this
a
accent
fuck about
there.
Arizona.
But maybe that's the accent we were copping here.
Maybe. But also, like, they're in space, so
Yeah.
they don't know shit. They're not. They weren't there.
I do want to mention that a burlesque dancer is probably the worst target for a kidnapping. Like when he's like, "Do what I say and you won't get hurt," and I was like, "Oh man,
No.
have you ever met a burlesque dancer?"
Yeah.
It's not their forte.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the burlesque.
Let's talk about the burlesque.
Um.
So, full disclosure, everyone on this podcast has done burlesque.
So the first highlight that I have on page 1 is something about going to replenish their Swarovski crystal
Yep.
supply, and I was like, even in space, huh?
That's what I was like.
Yeah.
I was like, even in the future, some things never
Yeah.
change.
Some things never change.
She had the mist, the anti-sweat mist that she put on her face, and I was like, yo, I need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Let's go right now.
Yeah. And so her act also has, because it's a cowgirl act, she has 2 small handguns that shoot glitter. And I was just like, this rules, but sorry to the venue.
Yeah, every time.
Maybe it's space. Maybe they have a way of just cleaning that up faster. Maybe the floor just vacuums itself.
Man, we've seen some shit with
I've
glitter.
seen some shit.
No. There is no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even in the future, it still doesn't
Yeah.
clean up.
But imagine a world where a burlesque troupe is as famous as like Taylor Swift is now.
I know.
That would be a nice world. It could be.
True. I mean, they went to, like, all over the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it sounded cool.
Headlining shows multiple nights in a row.
Mm-hmm. It's like the movie Burlesque, but it makes more sense.
Yeah, and there's actually some burlesque, I assume.
Right, yes. I wish that in books about burlesque, it had more of like the silly acts. Because that is like, in my experience, a more accurate representation.
Yeah, but when you start looking at the big headline, like the names that we know, like, they don't do the silly shit. The silly shit's fun.
Yeah,
That's
the silly shit's
shit.
fun. Yeah, but this does seem more like like a neoclassical.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I do wish also, I mean, obviously I wish she spent more time on burlesque because like, but also it might be similar to the use of the word y'all.
True.
Yeah.
But I wanted a costume mishap.
Yeah.
At some point, because they're all like, that's the shit. I wanted some
It's
sort
inevitable.
of, I wanted some sort of like weird relationships within the troupe. Like
Right.
I want the whole shit.
Yeah, like when they got to the cave, she didn't even have to like peel any toupee tape off her boobs or
Right.
anything. Like,
It's bullshit.
it's bullshit.
They're just space boob magnets.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
God, I hated pulling off pasties. It was my least favorite part about burlesque. It hurts every time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it did bother me, switching topics a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you humans are the visitors here. Why do all the aliens have to be othered? So it's like non-Earth species have to be dominant. So how come every other species is just aliens? No, y'all are the aliens.
That's a good point.
And I just fucking ran out of.
No!
It's okay. I'm gonna keep working.
I mean, should we stop?
No. So the recording's still going. That's the important part. So.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that is a good point, that you're not on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So you're the alien.
You are the alien invader.
It didn't bother me until the plan at the end of trying to. Whatever the fuck they were trying to do.
They were trying to get Ryder to confess.
Yes, except that wouldn't do anything anyway. As Raider said later, after Maury was already like, he confessed, you're fine. And he's like, that actually doesn't do anything. Right. We have a whole different system of laws, which is cool. It's the entire end part was like, you two idiots devise a trap. Like,
tried to. And then they got a duel.
Yeah. I was like, this is not playing to y'all strengths.
Their strengths? Fucking.
Yeah.
Strength singular. Fucking.
Yeah.
So it was comforting to know that even on another galaxy, they still use the red, yellow, green traffic system. And it was just a little bit like, yes, back in a comfortable place where even aliens can mansplain roleplay using the traffic light analogy.
And also where they have traffic lights like ours.
Ooh, maybe it's actual fire.
Ooh.
In the I don't know.
Okay.
Which is to say, it annoyed me a lot.
At least it was there and not. It didn't take a fucking paragraph.
True. Could be worse. Has been worse.
Yeah. At least Maury wasn't an idiot. Like, what is domination?
Right, yeah.
I could never figure this out.
As much as she is very open about being a sexual explorer, like, she would know this.
Yeah.
She should be explaining it to him.
True.
Come on.
Yeah, let's see. Do you live in a cave? Come on.
He was in prison. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I guess plenty of time to think about it then, I guess.
Yeah.
I read The Wind in the Willows not too long ago, and I got more information about Frog's escape from prison than I did about Raiders' escape from prison.
Don't worry about it. That's not the important part.
I was about to be like, where's the sex in The Wind in the Willows?
Oh my god.
Huh.
But every time they gave these, they're like, Frog and Toad. I was like, that man escaped from prison. He pushed a lady who was just innocently doing laundry on her barge off. He stole a car twice, crashed the car. I was like, he is almost a war criminal.
Tell him, girl.
But BK do crimes. I just don't think they know that aspect of it.
Oh yeah, another good trope in this is the fuck just once to get it out of our system.
Yeah.
Always works. Every
Always
time.
works.
I also like that the first thing she said to him after she woke up from being... No, she wasn't even passed. Oh, he knocked her on the head after she didn't pass out from... Yeah, she had an orgasm instead.
That's how they're mates. That's how they know.
Yeah. She's like, you ruined my fucking show. And I was like...
Yeah.
No, that's exactly how that
big
would
same. Yeah. When they first get to his cave and she's like insistent on cleaning or just doing anything to have something to do, he says, or he thinks, I became painfully aware of all the dust, wishing that I would have cleaned up instead of spending my time jacking off. I was like, if I had a nickel, man.
But he also was just trying to get her out of his system.
Right, yeah.
Works every time.
Uh-huh.
7 rootin' tootin' doors of hell.
Yeah.
I'm doomed.
There we go. I was looking for that one.
That was cute.
Oh, God.
I'm not your sugar, so stop calling me that. In fact, just stop talking to me. I don't like you.
Period. Why is she tied up here?
Because he tied her up immediately.
Oh, right. He said, and then she says, I'm gonna piss on your hammock if you don't untie me and let me go. Fuck your hammock.
It's a good threat.
I've made almost that exact same threat.
Mm-hmm.
If you tickle me, I will piss on this bed.
Did it work?
Yeah, they stopped tickling me.
Good. I can't stop coming. I want. I know, sugar. That's just the burden you're gonna have to carry for me.
Oh, is that
He's proud of himself.
I want to hear you scream and holler for me.
Oh.
Hootin' and hollering.
I was ready to join the Raider Rodeo in his chaps.
There are some good euphemisms.
Oh, this one I was like, oh no. I could see how big I was inside of her. The outline of me apparent. I was like, how? Ah! Oh no.
No. No thanks.
Oh, and I was like, cue that graphic that Killian posted on our Instagram. How you would die with the penis that big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the boot licking scene.
Yeah, let's just take
do
it.
it.
Yeah, he has her lick his boots clean. Hopefully they didn't still have the dust on them
Right?
from
By now he should have learned his
outside.
lesson.
I know. And then she rode his boot while sucking his cock. It was pretty hot. Any thoughts?
Honestly, it was my least favorite sex scene.
Really?
Yeah.
I just
Sorry.
kept thinking about
that's
there's no way
okay.
those boots got clean enough.
I know, yeah. Like, if you don't think of the logistics. Like,
Yeah. All the other, like, she's gonna have just the most yeast infections. 14 yeast infections all at once.
Jesus.
I really loved the pool.
I like the
Yes,
boots,
the
Yeah.
hot spring.
The hot spring. Yeah, it
Hot
reminded
springs
me
with
of
that.
what, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Ooh.
Remember where she gets like kidnapped in the forest or in the desert and taken to her fated mates? But anyway, they're like in the pool and like looking up at the stars through the hole in the cave, and I was like, this is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did wish in the boots situation that he covered them in his venom before she licked it. And I was like, that would have been hot.
Yeah. I think he did sting her with it, though.
Yes.
But,
He did sting her during it, yeah.
yeah. But you're right.
Would have been hot.
This might have been the first 69 I've read in a book that we've read.
Ah, yes. It was good 69.
It was.
It was intriguing logistics.
I would dare say it was a 70, even.
Shall we read it?
Sure.
He suddenly gripped my body. I squealed as I was lifted. All 4 of his hands turned me, and I screamed louder as they turned me upside down. He pulled my thighs over his shoulders, his face parting them. My face was now right in front of his cocks, my body held up by him. Suck. He demanded.
Jesus Christ.
One hand guided the back of my head. My mouth fell open with a yelp and was invaded by his ridged cock. His hips thrusting hard at the same moment, his tongue shoved inside my pussy.
Yeah. So it's a standing 69.
Yeah.
Even better.
I would definitely not be able to focus at all.
Yeah.
That whole, being upside down, the blood rushes to the head.
Right.
Like, no, I need
But
that
also,
blood
like-
rush in other places.
You better be holding on tight to my thighs.
Yeah.
You better be strong.
He is.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Canonical.
With all
And he
4
has,
of his hands.
Yeah, he does have 4 arms. So.
I really appreciated the 4 arms/hands and what they were able to do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Every time I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, 4 hands.
Mhm. That's how. Yeah, it was effective use of those extra limbs.
So I did wonder, you know what? His problem-solving abilities leave much to be desired.
Oh, what do you mean?
He fixes things, not situations.
Boy, ain't that the truth. I was just like, so Ryder claimed that he kidnapped Jolene.
Jolene.
Sure.
Jolene.
And kidnapped her and then killed her. And I was like, so your next step was to kidnap somebody else, another woman.
Who Ryder is obsessed with.
That's
Right.
just not good PR.
It's just like it's the worst idea you could possibly have.
Yeah. And, luckily he realizes it pretty much immediately when they get to the cave.
Yeah.
Does he realize it, or does he just realize he's taunted
That
by her?
that he's in love with her.
Well,
Yeah.
he does say pretty early on while she's still tied up, and granted, like, he does know, intellectually at least, that she's his mate, but he's like, maybe I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is unraveling
Turns out.
quickly.
Also, okay, so the one unrealistic part
Just the one?
about Burlesque
Ah.
was when she meets back up with her friend, and she's like, tell me everything except for the sex details.
Right.
And I was like, what?
No.
Yeah. Well, I wrote, this will only take 1 minute then.
Yeah. 3 days,
But-
sandstorm.
Yeah.
Got attacked by a monster?
And also we're mates, but... And, okay, so then anyway, after that, they're like, what? No!
Yeah, dish.
He has 2 dicks. Tell me everything.
Yeah.
And
Where,
section?
specifically, where are the balls?
Yes!
Yes. Tell us.
Ugh. That would have been a perfect time for that explanation.
Yep.
Clio Evans, if you're listening, please message us at TikTok Pod on Instagram and tell us how many balls he has and where they are.
We're dying to know.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking stupid. Yeah, tell me everything except the fucking?
Not a chance.
Not a fucking chance.
Maybe that was just a literary device, so we didn't have to rehash the entire book again.
Oh my god. You know what? They could have just done a fade to black on that.
Yeah, instead of on the cunnilingus,
Right?
Ooh.
I could appreciate a dedicated man, especially a man who is dedicated with his tongue. Show us!
Yeah.
Show not tell.
He also says, "You feel so good. Holler for me, sugar." I said, yeehaw. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to take that seriously. Like, if someone told me to holler for them, I would... I actually wrote that at the part where she says, I think during the 69, that she yells around his dick. And I just said, ah!
He pulled all the way out, and I screamed as he readjusted his cocks. Which is like, there's nothing in you. Like, he's just like, and she's like, ah!
She's terrified of being empty?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
She was a vision, an angel, pre-cum. Line cut. Like, that is not anybody's fault. That's just how that came out. Love the chapter titles.
Yeah.
Orgasms Galore, I believe, was my favorite.
Understandably.
Let me see. There's a chapter list. Riding the cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Orgasms Galore is the best one there.
When they have their little, like, plot, right, to, like, catch Ryder, and the call time is 60 seconds out.
Ah!
And I was like, one, who does a call time like that? Two, you're not in places?
Yeah.
Why are you not in places?
Yeah, that stressed me out.
It stressed me out.
Yeah, so then finally when there is the standoff between Raider and Ryder, and Ryder is talking about his motivations for why he is the way he is. He says, "You took the ranch. You took my dreams. You knew that I always wanted to be the one to run the ranch, and yet you're the one that took it." And I just wrote, yeah, that's about the level of motive I expected for the build-up.
Also, he hops on stage and puts a gun to Mari after she had called him up on stage to participate. And then he's like, just keep singing and dancing, acting like everything's normal. And I was like, okay, well, the normal thing to be would be...
Normal?
Yeah, I would just, like, tell you what you're about to do and explain it to you, but now you're behind me, and I'm supposed to be pretending like you're not on stage. Like...
Yeah.
These brothers, man.
Stupid.
Not that bright.
No. It's okay, though. We love Raider.
He is an attentive lover.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you really need.
True. Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
Although I did almost throw up at the end when they're in their matching costumes on like Water Planet or whatever. I was like, God damn.
It went too far.
There were so many things. Like one of my notes is like grits teeth. I'm enjoying this book.
Oh, I have news about balls.
Oh,
Okay. I don't have quantity, but I do have location. He tasted good. More than good. Goosebumps rose over my skin, my nipples hardening in response to him. I took the head into my mouth, sucking gently. I reached down and cupped the balls under his lower cock, rolling them in my palm. One set under lower cock.
All right.
so is the top cock shooting blanks? I mean, it could be one ball to each cock.
Right. And just like the vast death
Or-
rings are like...
There might still be 4 in play here.
Right.
We don't know.
I don't know. I just kind of... I am amused by the idea that only the ass cock can get you pregnant.
That's birth control. You gotta be real deliberate.
Yeah,
I don't see her
maybe-
complaining.
Maybe the females of the species, whatever they're called, the rhomboans, is that
Yeah.
this
Or maybe
book?
they have
I
2.
think so.
Maybe they get
Entrances.
pregnant in their ass, or I
Yeah,
don't know.
sure. But he's fucking a human.
Right,
He doesn't get
so-
pregnant in her ass.
That's why they're perfect together.
If
Even though he does want to get her pregnant, as does every fucking man in these books. Immediately turned off by that, by the way. I don't remember where it was, but doodly doo.
Sometimes I'm just like, maybe it's just dirty talk.
I want to sire your brood. Or whatever.
I don't think he said it that.
Let's say he did though.
Yeah. I couldn't help but think about getting her pregnant, about us having a life together when we were happy. One where we were happy and had a family. And he just talks about, like, how horny he is to imagine her pregnant. And I'm just like, okay, man. Sheesh.
Well, she wants picket fence and kids too. Like, she says it, so.
As long as they're on the same page.
That's why they're perfect for each other, I guess. Oh, I did like how he used all 4 hands in one scene where he has rope in one hand, a ball gag in the second, a paddle in the third, and a vibrator in the fourth.
She is decked out with toys.
Right? And I don't think he gets to use all of them, which, like, that's pretty realistic that they're like, maybe next time on whichever one.
Yeah.
I also really like that, like, he's like, I'm an inventor. I can make toys.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Okay. We'll keep you around. And burlesque props.
Yeah.
Set pieces.
I feel it's going to get overly complicated very fast.
Oh, for sure.
Because, like, regular carpentry versus stage carpentry, night and day. That shit is going to be too heavy immediately.
He's gonna have to learn.
But maybe he can make, like, giant letters that spell burlesque, like,
That light
the
up.
night before a show or whatever, like they did in the movie.
Oh.
God.
We've both seen that movie at least 5 times.
Yeah, a lot. Too many times. For the quality of movie that was offered.
But the quality versus quantity is... I don't know. I guess it would be it gets better with every viewing, so...
Does it?
Yeah.
Karina's dubious.
I don't know.
The quality per capita
You
is
just like it because
low.
of a share in it.
Hell yeah! I would watch Cher in anything. I would watch Cher on C-SPAN.
I'd watch
That's
Cher
what the C is for, by the way.
Sunny and
Cher's
Cher.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually one more thing. The only canned food that he had in his cave was chili ingredients. So they ate so much chili.
Oh no, I don't want to know where you're going with this.
I'm not getting gross. Okay, it does not.
Oh, I was going to.
Well, I just like it's the second time they eat chili and they're like, that was delicious, done. And it's like, now what? She whispered. My blood heated, my cock's responding. What did we do now? And it's like, and I just wrote, y'all literally just ate chili. Like, maybe give it an hour.
Let the reflux settle a little
You
bit.
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what's now.
Yeah.
This is on fire.
Ratings, I'm insisting.
Well, I had 2.
I also was torn between 2.
All right, I got Raider. I hardly know her.
I thought about some
Yeah,
variant of that
That's right
too.
there.
Yeah. And Rootin' Tootin' Highfalutin.
I said come for the burlesque, stay for the hot sex.
Mm-hmm. 2 cocks, 6 arms, can't lose.
Yes.
Or 6 eyes, 3 hearts, can't lose. That's truer to the original source material.
Yeah, but I like your first
I
one
like the
better.
cocks
Yeah.
one better.
And 2 balls. Or 4
Or
balls.
4 balls.
We're still not
Maybe
sure.
83 balls.
Yeah.
It's enough to fit in one tiny human woman's palm, so maybe 2.
Okay.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Oh, final answer. Locking it in.